right, everybody. What's going on? You know what that time it is. It's doubleheader with Amir Keenan and Keenan Costain. Before we dive into our episode, that's a bonus, by the way. What were you on November 24th, 1997? Well, you'll find out in this episode.
All right, Amir, welcome back. How you doing today? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just early morning here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And in case you can't hear, well, yeah, the sweet sound of construction work. Because where would we be without that?
Construction work indeed going on your end. But happy Friday for everyone listening out there. Yeah, so we have a bonus episode today for y'all. So we have the Oakland Raiders at Denver Broncos, November 24th, 1997.
Yep. And of course, this Sunday, the Raiders and the Broncos will meet again, and the day it is November 24th. Although this would be on a Sunday, whereas this game took place on a Monday. Wouldn't you know it? This was the day that I was born.
Hmm. hmm Interesting.
Very good. Oh yeah. And by the way, in case you know, it's 8 a.m. Gotta have our breakfast. So
hmm
yeah. Anywho, and also, well, it's almost Thanksgiving as well. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody today who's listening or watching this episode.
Absolutely. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Sure thing. So I'll ask you this, Ken. You're familiar with the Broncos logo, right?
I certainly am. I am definitely familiar with the Denver Broncos logo.
Well, in the off season, the '97 off season, the logo that we're all familiar with for us, 1997, when both of us were born, is the iconic, Bronco logo with the horse and the blue helmets and the blue jerseys and white uniforms. Because they upgraded from the um, orange crush uniforms and the big D to the ones we know now. And with the new uniforms, new success, because through um, 11 games in the season, they're 9-2, first place in the AFC West. But don't let
Hmm.
the record fool you because they're coming off a loss at Kansas City, a 24-22 decision, and which pulled the Chiefs within one game of first place. By the way, still a good start for Denver. And as
Yeah.
for, oh, sorry,
No, go ahead.
yeah, as for their opponent, the Raiders, it's been a rough go around in their second stint in Oakland, as they're only 4-8 or 4-7, excuse me, going into their game. However, they do have some luck on their side because one of their four wins came against the Broncos, thanks to the efforts of this guy, Napoleon Kaufman.
And not Napoleon Dynamite or Napoleon Bona was it Napoleon I'm trying to think of that one leader from the 1700s, 1800s.
I think Bonaparte, that's the only Napoleon,
Bonaparte.
yep, I can think of outside the NFL. And by the way, there have been three Napoleons in the NFL. All of them have played for the Raiders.
Where's Uncle Rico when you need him?
How much you want to make a bet I can throw a football over the mountains?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember reading about that in the magazine back in 2010. It was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, speaking of Napoleon Kaufman, he had 222 yards rushing, or 227 yards rushing, including the game-clinching touchdown in their upset win over the Broncos back in October '97. Month three is to 3-4, but since then they've lost four of their last five. Three of the last four into their game against Broncos on Monday night.
Well, things gotta turn around eventually, right?
Well, for the Raiders, yeah, because it's this Monday before Thanksgiving, and not the season is almost over. Because pretty soon it's going to be December, and as for Denver, you gotta, you're still one game up over the Chiefs at the moment. So now they played the day before against the Seahawks, which they won, and of course they lost in the previous week. So you definitely want to keep regaining your momentum in case the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know, um, gain the momentum and do what you got to do, and everything will be just fine. So, yeah, I got nothing else. So, Amir, proceed. I'm liking this
Yep.
so far.
Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys see our old friend John Elway, who we touched on in our second episode, which you can learn upper part in the upper right hand corner.
Yep. So, there it is. And Amir, uh, let's see what happens.
Well, speaking of familiar faces, guess who's going to be on the call?
Al Michaels on the left. Uh, who is that guy up top there? I think we covered him already.
That is Dan Diodore, the man above Al, and then next to him is Frank Gifford.
Oh, Frank. Frank. We have covered Frank. I know that, right?
Not to my knowledge, but I know we covered a Monday night game in Denver. That was our 9/11 one back in September. You also can
Yeah, that.
put that in the
Yeah,
wrestling
that's
corner.
right.
Mhm.
Yep. And you can hit that hit that video in the upper right hand corner.
It's gonna be that was the Broncos current home stadium, best or in Power Field at Mile High. They changed their name so many times over the years, but this is at the old Mile High, which we briefly touched on in that video. And yeah, Michaels, also has a birthday in November. He just turned 80 last week.
Hmm. Yeah. Uh. Oh yeah. I think I saw that over social media. So happy belated birthday to him.
Definitely. And now Michaels, legend himself. Yep. So happy birthday, sir. Belated one. So, of course, again, and at this time he's working for ABC and still at top of his game. Of course, calling the game with Dan and Frank. And they got, well, an interesting one for here in Mile High for the 92 Broncos, born 7 Raiders. So, any predictions for this game, Keenan?
Any predictions for this game? I'm gonna say it's pretty close. Score wise, 27-20. Denver gets the win, and Mr. Elway will have himself a night.
All right. I'm seeing a big night from the Broncos defense after what happened in October against the Raiders, where they gave up over 200 yards rushing. So, and plus, there's trying to create some distance between them and the Chiefs. I say I'll give the Broncos win at 27-7.
Oh, okay. So we both have the opposite sides of the coin here, so nothing wrong with that. So, and I got nothing else to add. So, without further ado, let's go.
All right. Are you ready for some football, as they say, as Hank Williams would say?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. Let's bring on the games now. Yeah, that iconic intro. Oh, man.
Are you ready for some football?
Okay, so we're going to start in the first quarter. No scoring. It was mostly defensive slugfest. But now we kick up on the Raiders' first possession of the second quarter. Driving, looking good so far until this happens.
In the middle, the appropriate inning, James. Watch the football at the 48. Live football, Denver has it. Tyrell Braxton takes it back to the 39-yard line.
Uh-oh, that's not good, Raiders, because if you couldn't hear it, James had caught a pass, looked to be gaining some yardage, but was stripped from behind by Ray Crockett and Tyrone Braxton. The Broncos recovered it.
So not a good start if you're Oakland. Going the other way already.
Oh, yeah, because you talk about things not going well for Oakland. 3 plays later, the Broncos cashed in.
To Davis. Touchdown, Denver.
All right, here we go.
Yep. Yep, Terrell Davis from 3 yards out for the first points of the game, 7-0 Denver. Okay, so far so good for Denver.
Yeah. So if you're Oakland, make that mistake early, that's okay. Hey, you got time to clean it up.
And if you're Denver, you do what good teams do: take advantage of opponents' mistakes. And sure enough, in the next possession, or Raiders' next drive, they didn't go anywhere. So the Broncos got the ball back, traveled 9 plays, 71 yards, and a familiar face bangs the end zone again.
First down from the 19, and they drive Davis to the right side. Oh, into the end zone. Boy, you could see that coming a mile away.
Yeah, you're right about that, Dan.
Yeah, I heard that. And Davis back at it again.
Yep, this time from 19 yards out, and as Dan Diodor said, you can see that coming a mile away because there wasn't even a Raider anywhere in sight on that play.
No, no. If he was left that open, then that should be the case.
Oh yeah, it should be noted that the Broncos could have been up at least 17 to nothing at this point. They went for it on fourth down to the drive before Dave scored his first touchdown, but then they got denied. But they made up for it in the next two possessions.
Yeah. So well, they made it up the next two possessions. That being Oakland. If I heard that right.
Denver.
Denver. Oh, okay. But they're up. They're up tremendously over Oakland right now, right?
Oh yeah, 14 nothing.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So I just wanted to make that clear for myself. Hmm.
Oh yeah, good. And again, guys, it's early in the morning, so it's going to be a bit of a. We might be a little bit tired. You know, that's it happens.
Yeah. So without further ado, what's next?
Well, that drive that took place late in the second quarter. Davis' second touchdown, but plenty of time for the Raiders to get on the board, which eventually would. Cole Ford attempted on a 41-yard field goal as the first half expired. So get the Raiders a little bit, I wouldn't say momentum, but some life going into the locker room because you're only down by now 2 scores, and hey, anything can happen in the second half.
Yeah. Only down two scorers. Anything can happen in the second half. So it's halftime right now. Um, I'm gonna say it's still gonna be 27-20. Denver with the win, but I think Oakland can make some sort of run.
Yeah, and I'm Mike Shanahan in the locker room saying like, "Hey, look, we're up by 14-3. Could be up by more. Keep in mind, these guys beat us the last time we faced them, so let's not get relaxed or not
Yeah.
complacent, rather."
Yep. Don't get complacent. Don't be relaxed on anything. Don't let your guard down. Don't do any of that. It goes with any sport you talk about, really. So, um, gotta feel pretty good if you're Denver. Uh, for Oakland, still got a lot of work. Still got some time.
Oh yeah, 30 minutes to be exact. So let's see how things work. Let's see how things play out in the second half in Mile High Stadium. Okay, so the Raiders get the ball, start the second half. Looks pretty, but unfortunately, they don't take advantage of it. So punt the ball back to Denver. They go 6 plays, 40 yards. And stop me, you've heard this name before.
Third down and one. Here's Bachman again, and he picked up the first down, loses the football. Third down.
Oopsie, that's not right. Wrong file. But either way, I couldn't find a good recording of that touchdown, by the way. But would you know, Terrell Davis gets the hat trick on the night. 2 yard score, 3 touchdowns on the night.
Hmm. Terrell Davis. I think we brought his name up a few times. Excuse
Oh, yes, we have. And Broncos are saying, "Hey, you're on our team. We love it." And oh yeah, your name's TD, and you scored 3 TDs.
me. But I like that. Three TDs.
Yep, TD for TD. And three salutes as well. That was his trademark after every time he found the end zone. And also,
That's right. That's right. I do remember that.
yep. And as for the Raiders, you're saying to yourself, ugh, not again. How many we got allowed this guy to score not once but thrice on us? That's not good.
Did you say what rice or like rice like Ray Rice?
Nah, thrice. That's like three times. So
Oh, I can't get that word out. That's funny.
yep. So anywho, yeah, getting back to the game on November 24th, 1997. Sorry to go with sidetrack there. Well, getting back to the Raiders. Well, you gotta start generating some offense because you're now down by three scores, and third quarter goes by quick. So let's see how you all turned out on your ensuing possession.
Third down and one. Here's Kaufman again, and he can't pick up the first down. Loses the football, and Mobley hit him.
Oh, what I heard, yeah, some of you heard this name before, Mr. Napoleon Kaufman. Hey, how you doing,
Oh,
sir?
yeah. I haven't heard your name in a while. Uh, he- he's got to feel pretty good about himself now,
Well, he's not feeling so good about himself because he put the
or
ball on the turf. Oh, what's up?
or not. Whoops, or not. Excuse me. Ugh, I said it backwards again. Typical of me.
Yeah, it's fine. And by the way, the audio not the best. I will admit. But either way, on that play, there's three plays in the Raiders' ensuing drive. Hoffman on 3rd and 1 gets stopped. Unfortunately, fumbles the ball, and Mike Lewis with the Broncos recovers and sets up good field position. Excuse my tongue there. And while they didn't go anywhere, they were able to cash in on a 36-yard field goal from Jason Elam to further extend their lead and dig a big for hole for the Raiders. In which, there's Mr. Kaufman and Mr. Elam.
Well, there's got to be more to this because if you're Oakland right now, I would probably hit that panic button just a just a little bit, just a slight tap of that panic button.
Yeah, I would. And on the Broncos, would be saying, like, okay, bring some distance now, but we're not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah. So, um, and they're running out of options here. Where are we now, Amir?
Well, we're going to be still in the third quarter. Raiders get the ball back. Now you're down by, again, four scores. You need three touchdowns to tie it, and then a field goal to finally take the lead. But unfortunately, they only go four plays and out. They had a penalty in the drive, and they had to punt the ball back to Denver.
Okay, now we can hit the panic button. So insert alarm panic button here. Beep beep beep.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's Raider fans who are watching this, or their stomachs are turning. All right. And let's just say the stomachs weren't feeling much better after this. So, but Denver gets the ball back. They march down the field in 10 plays, 52 yards, and they cap it off with this man.
Looks left. Fires left. Smith inside the 5. Stops. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
Yep. Rod Smith from 15 yards out scores would be the clinching touchdown, and also courtesy of Dave Logan, the Broncos radio network. That put Denver up 31-3, and after that, that would be the final score, as there was no scoring in the fourth quarter, and Denver cruised to 10-2, or the Raiders fall to 4-8.
10-2 and 4-8 are the records. And what was the final score of that game again?
Denver 31, Oakland 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, perhaps I hit that panic button a little too late, but either way, um, it was not not looking good at all.
Yeah, and it was not. It was as that will indicate. It was not a good night to be a Raiders fan or be part of the Raiders in general because they had two turnovers, both penalties for 82 yards, and they went basically and they were held scoreless in the second half. And one of the penalties occurred on the drive that culminated in Smith's touchdown. The play before that, Raiders had a chance to get off the field on 4th and 2, but then Antonio Smith the Raiders roughed John Elway, which gave Denver a fresh set of downs. And as the good teams do, they make their opponent pay, which, again, Rod Smith found the end zone one play later.
Yeah. So with Oakland right now, you gotta be saying to yourself, what happened? What happened?
I would agree. After we get a curb stomp like that, especially on the national stage.
Yeah. Definitely definitely not the way that you want to present your team. And there's some people out there that are highly watching this game, and it's like, okay, this is what was put on the schedule come April or May,
April, but yeah.
but uh man, it's such a shame, really.
Yeah, shame for the Raiders, but you're Denver. And what a way to bounce back after what happened the week before at Kansas City.
Hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah, and I'll read the final stats for the Broncos. For Terrell Davis, not a big night stat wise, only 69 yards on 21 carries, but he did have the hat trick, three touchdowns, three rushing touchdowns, excuse me.
Hmm. Wow. So, yep, and we've heard his name throughout this presentation a lot. So he was pretty much the star up of the show.
Oh, yeah, and then also John Elway, big good night for him. 21 completions for 280 yards and a touchdown pass. That going to Rod Smith, who finished the night with three receptions, three catches for 46 yards and four mentioned touchdown reception. And his teammate Shannon Sharp, who I didn't feature in this slide because he didn't find the end zone, but still a big guy nonetheless. 10 catches for a buck 42.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I wish he at least bru- at least we brought him up for an honorable mention. But geez, 142 yards for that much. I wish he got something out of that. Out of that. Excuse me.
Oh, hey, he walked off the field victorious, so and he'll take that.
Yeah, and we're talking about the Shannon Sharp who does undisputed.
Yep, and first take now on first take, excuse me.
Yeah. It's been weird with Shannon Sharp and what's his other name? With
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless, and how they went back and forth, and now Shannon Sharp is on first take with Stephen A. Smith. So that's another story for another day, perhaps.
Yeah, Infinity Six, our first episode touch on Skip and Stephen A. Or Stephen A.
Yep.
rather.
Yep, Stephen A. Smith and Mel Kiper, if you want to be more specific. So there's the card right there.
Oh yeah, and also one more thing on the Broncos before we conclude this. Their defense, great job pulling the Raiders to 3 points, and the Colin Kaufman only 53 yards rushing after they gave out 227 back in October. That's pretty good.
Hmm. Yeah, that is good. Sorry, I'm typing this note here before I forget. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, got anything else to add before we conclude?
Well, the Broncos, the Raiders at Jeff George, yeah, long day for silver and black. Well, getting back to Denver, they would had a bit of a slump in December. They lose two of their final four games, but still made the playoffs as a wild card. But were able to overcome it. because they won all their games on the road at Kansas City, at Pittsburgh, and oh yeah, excuse me, and at home against Jacksonville. Not all playoffs were a bit different back in 1997. But either way, they able to overcome it, and then at season's end, they hoisted their first Lombardi Trophy thanks to the effort of, you guessed it, Terrell Davis.
Yep, Terrell Davis getting those awards for Denver and doing his thing. So congrats to him.
Yep, he also had a hat trick that night in San Diego and walked away with MVP honors.
Hmm. Yeah, so it's all coming back to me now, and it all makes sense. So yeah, definitely good work.
Yep, I agree. As for the Raiders, Mr. Joe Bugle, their head coach, yeah, he and the rest of his team were watching from home because they went winless the rest of the way. And at season's end, Bugle, you had to turn in your headset and game plans. He was fired.
Yep, he was shown the door, unfortunately. So, oh man, but you know that's the way it goes.
Yeah, and what's going on in Vegas now? Yeah, I know it's crazy to think they were in Oakland just that was what 17 years ago. Yeah, I mean I don't know what his outlook's going to be for your Antonio Pierce. I know your seat's getting warm out there in Vegas.
Yep, and as of right now, I'm gonna look up the record real fast. The record wise, they are currently 2-8 right now, and um, we haven't heard any we so we haven't heard anything as of this recording, but yeah, but unfortunately, it's not looking too good.
But I do know it's going good for the Broncos. They just won yesterday, and like I said in the intro or early in this presentation, well, they're going to be playing again on my birthday, 11/24,
Yeah,
2024.
yeah. Oh, and they won on Sunday, not yesterday, since
Oh yeah,
today is
yeah.
Friday.
Oh yeah, Times Sport, and they beat the Falcons on Sunday.
Yeah, so just wanted to make that perfectly clear. So yeah, that's all I got on my end, and what an interesting bonus episode.
Yeah, because again, I looked up the day I was born. It was on a Monday. I was like, I wonder who played that day, and lo and behold, it was the Broncos who happened to play to my birthday in prime time 3 times since then, or twice since this game, albeit overtime losses to my second favorite team, the Colts, and then on my 16th birthday to Tom Brady and Patriots.
Yeah, for me, I was born on a Wednesday, so there was no NFL going on that day when I was born on December 17th to be more specific. But there has been a few games over the years that I've really enjoyed. For one thing, it was the most recent game against Carolina, or excuse me, Carolina Panthers versus the Falcons in the rain at Bank of America Stadium. The second one I can recall is the New Orleans Saints versus Carolina Panthers 2018. I was at that game. I wish it was a better outcome, but hey, it was a entertaining entertaining game to say the least. And third one would be the Green Bay Packers and Carolina Panthers beat 2017, and they won that game against Aaron Rodgers that day.
Yep, I remember both of those games. I wish I attended the Packers one, but some scheduling conflicts couldn't do that. And the Saints one, yeah, I remember that one unfortunately. And when Saints beat the Panthers on my birthday a year later, so Saints were breaking our hearts on our birthday as it reminds us who was the new team in NFC South. But ends on a
Yeah,
brighter note. The one time the Panthers have won on my birthday was on my 16th birthday when they beat the Dolphins for the first time in franchise history, which I do have the ticket from that game. Man, I didn't go to it, but I found it on eBay, and I said I gotta have it. It's on my birthday, and beat the Dolphins for the first time in their in franchise history.
And what was the team? I didn't catch that.
The 2013 Carolina Panthers over the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's right. I think I remember that game as well. But that's enough talking about birthday games. But we talked about a game that happened the day that the day you were born, Amir. I'm gonna say it was an interesting one to say the least.
Oh yeah, because again, Denver, playing, they would end up winning the Super Bowl that year, and they looked the part on Monday night, and Dave was giving a bit of foreshadowing how that Super Bowl would play out, and for the Raiders, it was rough few years during their second return to Oakland, but they able to right the ship with after they hired John Gruden for a few years.
Yeah. So I got nothing else when it comes to this game. But without further ado, got anything else?
Nope, but just like to thank everyone for tuning in to another episode of Doubleheader, a bonus one I might add, and following the date, November 24th, a special day for me and for everyone else who was born on that day. And as we say in all our videos, like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Also follow us on Instagram, Wix, and Spotify. And always hit that notification icon whenever we upload a new video. If you like more videos, check out our channel. As I always say, thanks for watching. Doubleheader with Amir Daniels and Keenan Stain. Y'all have a good day and happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. Have a great weekend, folks. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.